All right, squash fans, buckle up, because today we're taking a deep dive into something pretty wild. We're talking squash analysis, this at-home training program, making some seriously big claims.
Oh, yeah, I've seen this.
Yeah, they're saying they can actually boost your squash skills. And not just like getting you fitter, but actually improving your technique.
Yeah, that's what caught my eye, too. Using video analysis and this thing called deliberate practice.
Right. Deliberate practice, we'll get into that. But first, I gotta say, some of these promises they're throwing around are a little, well...
They're real out there.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Guaranteed improvement, off-the-charts results, all that while being super affordable.
Sounds almost too good to be true.
Right. So that's what we're here to figure out. What is this squash analysis thing all about?
Yeah, let's break it down.
Okay, so from what I've gathered, it's all done from home. They've got these video training modules, and they're really pushing this whole deliberate practice angle.
Right, deliberate practice. That's not just hitting balls mindlessly. It's like really focused training. Breaking a skill down into tiny pieces, practicing each one with laser focus.
Like super specific.
Super specific. Instant feedback, and then putting it all back together. It's all about being intentional with your training.
Okay, that makes sense. So it's not just about getting sweaty. It's about actually understanding the mechanics of each movement.
Exactly.
I like that. And they talk a lot about how they emphasize personal feedback and support, even though it's all online, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah, how do they do that?
Well, they even mention things like core muscle activation. And they say they have a high critique of technical movements. Like they really seem to analyze everything you do.
Interesting. Sounds like they're coming at it from a very analytical and biomechanical perspective.
Right. Like they're not just giving you random drills. They're saying, hey, we're going to figure out exactly which muscles you need to be using, when, and how to optimize your swing.
I mean, that's what good coaching is all about, right?
Totally.
So for now, let's see what their users are saying. They've got a ton of testimonials.
They do. And some of them are pretty wild.
Yeah, like what?
One player was talking about how they'd hit this plateau after years of coaching. They sent Squash Analysis a video. And just from watching their swing, no ball involved, the coach spotted all these issues they never even knew they had.
Wow, that's impressive.
Right. And then there's this before and after video of this young player named Amy. The difference in her technique is insane, like night and day.
I got to see that. Sounds promising.
It is. I mean, these testimonials definitely seem genuine.
And it's not just generic praise either. People are pointing out very specific things that are working for them.
Exactly. It's not just I'm playing better. It's I finally understand how to use my core, or my backhand is so much more powerful. They're talking about real, tangible improvements.
Yeah, that's a good sign. It sounds like the program is actually helping people make those aha moments happen and change the way they approach their swings.
Okay, I'm sold. I want to try this thing. What does the program actually look like? What do you have to do?
Well, first you send them a video. 4 backhand swings, no ball. That's their baseline.
Okay.
Then you dive into their 6-week program. They've got different training modules, lots of video content, and drills.
And they have this option where you can send in videos for analysis anytime for like $15.
Seriously? That's amazing.
I know. Think about how much you'd pay for an hour with a regular coach.
Easily $50, $100.
Right. So $15 for personalized feedback from a pro is a steal.
Total steal. That's a great way to get that expert eye without breaking the bank.
And get this.
Right.
On top of that, you get 3 months of premium access to their website, which has over 2,000 videos.
2,000 videos? What's in there?
I have no idea, but that's a lot of squash knowledge.
Right. You got drills, technique breakdowns, probably match analysis, maybe even some mental training stuff. Who knows? It's a treasure trove.
Yeah, it's like they're not just giving you a 6-week course. They're setting you up with this whole self-guided squash education platform.
It's like they're saying, here's everything you need. Go forth and become your own best coach.
And they even say this could become the standard way beginners learn squash in the future.
Really? Well, that's a bold statement.
It is. But could you imagine? Like, what if everyone started learning squash this way?
Well, there are always pros and cons. I mean, the biggest pro is that anyone could get high-quality coaching.
Anywhere in the world.
Right, no matter where they live or how much money they have. That could be a huge game changer for people who don't have access to good coaches in their area.
It would make squash more accessible to everyone.
Exactly. It could really level the playing field, and it could be great for people who learn better at their own pace.
Right. No pressure.
No pressure. You can rewind, review, practice as much as you need.
Okay, so who do you think would benefit the most from something like squash analysis? Is it for everyone?
Based on what we've seen, it seems like a perfect fit for beginners.
Like people just starting out.
Yeah, people who are eager to build a solid foundation and technique right from the start. It could also be great for players who don't have access to quality coaching or who just prefer to learn at their own pace, on their own terms.
All right, so we've talked about their focus on technique, this whole deliberate practice thing, those bold claims, and what the program actually involves. What are your overall thoughts so far? Is squash analysis legit?
I think it's a fascinating blend of technology, coaching expertise, and a genuine desire to make squash more accessible. Will it completely revolutionize how the game is taught? Jury's still out on that one.
Fair enough.
But it's definitely raising some important questions about the future of sports training. And I love that. I love anything that makes us think differently about how we learn and improve.
Me too. So as we wrap up this deep dive into squash analysis and all these potential implications, what are your final thoughts? Where does this leave us?
Well, I think it's safe to say we're standing at the edge of a major shift in how we learn and develop new skills.
A learning revolution.
Maybe. Programs like squash analysis are leading the way towards a learning experience that's more accessible, engaging, and effective than ever before. It's an exciting time to be a learner.
I agree. The key is using technology and smart teaching methods to help people unlock their true potential.
That's a powerful vision, one worth working towards, for sure.
Absolutely. But for now, I think we've given our listener plenty to think about.
Lots to ponder. I like it.
Right. So keep learning, keep exploring, and keep pushing those boundaries. That's what we're all about here on The Deep Dive. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time.